Ben Sobanski with One Stop Financial Group with Heather Huber out of Keller Williams, Grand Rapids East. Heather, how you doing today?
I'm great. How are you, Ben?
I'm doing pretty well. I had some questions from some buyers I've been talking to recently. I'm kind of shifting back into, ready to buy a house. It's a lot of the people that I was working with, in the spring and last year whose offers were contingent, that were struggling really hard on getting an offer accepted because they were contingent. Heather, can you talk a little bit to us about, what it means that they were contingent and why that was so difficult for them to buy a house previously?
Yeah, for sure. So if you are a buyer and you have a contingent offer, that means that you also need to sell your house before you can complete the transaction of purchase, a new one. So there are kind of two ways you can do that. Either it's listed and you don't have an offer accepted yet, or the second one, which is a little better, which is you've accepted an offer, but that deal isn't completely finished just yet. And as you can imagine, and I'm sure our viewers know that as well, this past spring and last year, it's just been insane. If a house has 10, 15, 20, 40 offers on it, are they going to pick one of the 39 that don't have to sell a house or the one that does? So obviously that puts your offer at a distinct disadvantage. But now that we're so much less competitive here this fall, it's been great for buyers, especially buyers who are contingent, because they don't have that competition. So they're a lot more likely to get their offer accepted. We're seeing homes sit a lot longer, which means there's not as much competition, which means, makes it quite a bit easier for contingent buyers.
So Heather, are you saying that you think we're in a buyer's market now?
No, I wouldn't say so. There's still a shortage of homes. We're just a lot more balanced than we used to be. So if you are that contingent seller, don't worry, you're not going to have to accept, probably, I don't know how your house is listed, but you're probably not going to have to accept $50,000 under asking price, right? You might even still have multiple offers. It happens. But you're in a much, much better spot now when you're buying contingent.
So Heather, any other, advantages from the market that buyers can take advantage of in today's market versus a year ago?
Absolutely. Honestly, in the last year or 2 years or so, it was, as a buyer agent and as buyers, we were kind of doing things where our offer had to look the best against all of these other offers. So it was a disadvantage to you as a buyer and an advantage to the seller. Well, now we're getting to the point where you can, make your offer a little better for you because it doesn't have to be that competitive. So things like, don't waive inspections. You don't have to waive inspections. Maybe you shorten the period still, but it doesn't have to be a one-day inspection anymore. Seller concessions. Maybe that seller is willing to help you out a little bit with some of your closing costs if you're not as cash flush. What else? Longer closing times. You don't have to close in 2 weeks. Maybe you could take a full 30 days to close a deal and do your due diligence. So really overall, it's just, I'm enjoying this market better. Honestly, I think it's better for buyers and it's still great for sellers.
Awesome. Hey, well, again, thanks for your time, Heather. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. If anybody's looking out on the west side of the state, how do they get in contact with you?
They would reach me by text or call at 734-776-7742, or you can always shoot me an email, heatherhuber@kw.com.
Awesome.
And how would they reach you if they are looking for some funding?
A call or text is always the best way. And I'm happy, as always, just to chat, just to answer questions. You know what I mean? I'm currently in Michigan, Indiana, and Florida. But if you're outside of there and something seems weird and you just want some advice, reach out. It doesn't have to be anything solid. I don't have to profit from it to kind of give you some guidance. You can reach me at 586-453-2058.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Ben.
Thanks, Heather.